Hello, my name's Andrew Greenfield, and today I'd like to show you how easy the XIV GUI is that you can show off to others, as well as some of the enhancements we made recently to the XIV with version 11.6 code. We call it real-time compression, or RTC for short. Let's take a look first at my lab. I've got a Spectrum Accelerate box here. Notice the SDS. And that's replicating to a Gen 3 box that's running 11.6, so I can do compressed volumes there. And also I have another 11.6 box called White Walker here. Notice how easy the GUI is. Let's drill in. So, one of the best things about the GUI is that from a storage administrator, doing anything is usually 2 to 3 mouse clicks at most, or literally within 30 seconds. For example, if I want to take a look at a disk, I can do that. If I want to take a look at a module, I can do that. I can see its temperature. I can also take a look at the ports, worldwide port names, for example, as well as statistics at a glance, very easily without doing any work. Now let's take a look at the day in the life again. For example, let's take a look at all the volumes that I've got currently on this box. Volumes are part of a pool, and as we talked about earlier, I have compression turned on with the 11.6 code, and on purpose for this demo, I wanted to show you how easy it is. So the first thing I can do is integrate it into the GUI. You see that we can actually save a bunch of gigabytes just by compressing this volume. So by right-clicking, I'm going to turn on compression on just this volume by itself. It'll ask me if not only do I want to, but if I want to keep the source. I'll click OK, and while during the demo, take a look. It'll already start non-disruptively compressing it by using a temporary volume, and then it'll actually give me a progress bar, all non-disruptive to the host, telling me how quick it's going to compress this volume. So we'll actually see this finishing compressing in the next few seconds here. And now, how easy it is to create a new pool and a volume or two for a host. So for the demo, how about I just create a bit of a pool here, and I'll call it the AG Demo Pool. And because I'd like to show you some compression, I'm going to make it thin. But of course, you can change that behavior afterwards. In other words, you can make a thick pool into a thin pool, so that's not a problem. Now that I've created a brand new pool, let's create some volumes in it. And again, showing you how easy this is. So maybe I'd like to create 2 volumes for a given host, and they're 100 gigs each. So, simple, easy again. I'm just going to call it AG Demo Volumes. And if I wanted to, you see how I can drag and drop again. I've now created 2 volumes, 100 gigs each. And now let's see how easy it is to simply map this to a host. By right-clicking, I can map those selected volumes to one of my test hosts. There it is. It's automatically mapped as LUN 1 and LUN 2. I can close. So now I actually have 2 LUNs, uncompressed, and they're already mapped to a host. Now let's show how easy it is to do snapshots. So for example, if I want to take a snapshot of a given volume, watch how easy it is. Just right-click and I can create a snapshot. So now I've created a snapshot. It's by default read-only, but if I want to change this, that's not a problem. All I have to do is unlock it. So now I can actually make this a brand new volume that can be used for test, dev, QA purposes without any problems. For example, I would then map this to another host, or I could actually copy this to somewhere else. Now that you've seen how I do a snapshot, how about making a consistency group? So maybe I need these volumes to be part of the same consistency group so that I can snap them or replicate them effectively. So I'll just call this the AG Demo CG group. So now that I've actually created this volume set here, I can snap these and keep them in lockstep with only one mouse click. Now, as you might have seen, take a look. My earlier compressed volume has finished compressing. And this is just obviously on a test volume, but it does show how easy it is. And for example, maybe I want to resize this. So now, for example, if I want to make this a little bit larger, not a problem. Just click on Update. And as you can see, automatically done here. This is just a few of the easiest things to do on the XIV GUI we can easily go into a deeper dive on any of the other functions, including replication and some of the more advanced functions you can do with a single or two mouse clicks.